people?
Lonnie was in Vada.
Oh, okay.
He was in there. Him and Dan both came from Vada with me, and they both was in Sorokas. Dan was in Sorokas too. Because we put another 45 out in 85 called Dream Girl, and Sonya Mallett was singing Gentle Touch. Yeah, Gentle Touch.
This is 85.
Yeah, 85, 86, yeah. And then we turned around and put the album out and placed a lot of different stuff in it because we had Freddie Strong singing some stuff too. You know Freddie Strong?
I'm not too
gospel. He was in the gospel elites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from East Palo Alto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good floor.
Yeah. So.
When you were younger, who did you look to? Like, who was
I was into Smokey Robinson and Curtis Mayfield.
Okay.
Those were my two heroes.
Yeah.
Because both of them boys were monster writers and everything. I used to listen to everything they did. In fact, I used to, when they first came out with component sets, little component sets with the speakers. Well, I had two big speakers like this on each room, end of the room, and between them and then Sly Stone and all of them, everybody was doing their stuff, and then right after that, the Jackson 5 came, and so I had my music right there where and I had all them albums. I used to sit, I was on end just listening to this music on one end of the room and the other end of the room, because before they just had those stereos with about this long with speaker on this end and speaker on that end. They didn't cover the whole room.
Right.
But then when they came out with a component set, that means you could have a speaker in one end room and then one in another wall. You can have a room in another room and then in another room. Because I had wires running through walls. I'd have a stereo system in one room. I'd run wires through the room, and you have two speakers set up. I'll have one set of speakers like in my garage, and I might have another speaker in my living room, and I could turn them off, on them off. And I'd be having parties. Then I'd had one of those big old Sony reel-to-reels, and I'd record all my music on it for a party. Heck with changing records. I started recording my stuff, like a week or two before my party.
When did you start doing that?
In the 70s.
In the 70s. So you was already mixing stuff in the 70s.
Yeah, I was already making my own party tapes and stuff. I just play a tape, and I didn't have to change records. I could have time to party with everybody else.
Who showed you how to do that?
Well, I'd seen other people do it, and after I figured out, I said, well, I had this big old Sony stereo car, and I said, I say, I had all the records, so I just sit there, and I was on there and just record them right on to get them real Maxells, because Maxells, it was the best tapes back then.
Yeah.
And then I just play the stuff at the party, and we'd be thumping. Somebody say, I want you to change the record. I don't think so. Yeah. Everything's already recorded there. I'm not fooling with it. If the record you want to come up sooner or later.
Automatic. Okay.
We had big fun back in them days. East Palo Alto, Stockton kind of remind me of the old East Palo Alto, kind of the way it was. We used to have some mean parties. In my house, I was a single man too.
Right.
My party, I had parties, every few weeks or every few months. Now my house was always thumping.